hey, let's make some money on Fiverr. Let's go through step by step how you can get yourself set up on Fiverr so you can start making some money, whether it's UGC or something else. When I talk about it throughout this whole video, it's gonna be kind of UGC based because that's me, but you can use this video for anything else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be UGC. It could be any other type of skill. Really quick, if you don't know, Fiverr is a freelance website that you could go on yourself and create an account, become a seller, and monetize whatever skill you have. So I use Fiverr for my UGC work, like I said, but again, you can use it for any skill you want, literally anything you want. To start out, the first thing you're gonna do is go to fiverr.com. Get on there, create your account, go through those steps. That I can't go through because I can't remake another account. It's going to ask for information that you can really only give one time. If I put my information in, they would be like, okay, you already have an account, and I wouldn't be able to finish the full process. So I can't show that part, obviously, but I'm going to go through and explain how once you set your account up, where to go from there and what you should do. Create your account, put all your personal information that you need to, and you're going to set yourself up as a seller. You're going to be the seller. Anyone purchasing your service is the buyer. I remember the sign up process was pretty straightforward. You sign in with your personal information, set it up, and then you're gonna create your profile where you'll put a picture of yourself, you can write a little bio, things like that. But then that's when you get to creating the gig and trying to sell yourself on Fiverr. You're gonna set up gigs or just a gig, it doesn't matter. You can set up multiple. As a new seller, I think you're allowed to make 4 gigs. And then as your account goes and as you rank up, you can make more gigs. I kind of don't like the word gigs, but we're gonna roll with it. Okay, so these gigs can be any services you wanna offer. So for me, I offer creating video content. I also like to do photography, so I offer that too. So you can do separate gigs for separate skills if you'd like, or if you just have one, you can do one. So how to set up your first gig. You're gonna go to the business tab on Fiverr, then click gig to create one. Now you're gonna start filling out things for that gig, however you want it. There's a lot of personalization on Fiverr, which I really love. It's actually cool the way they have it set up, especially for UGC creators. Just all the add-ons and everything you'll see. But you click on that, and the first thing they want you to do is your title. And the title, they start you off. It says, I will. And then you type in what you're gonna do. I will create a video for you. I will da-da-da-da-da. It's so important because you need to think in your head. The best way to think of it as, what do you want the buyer typing in, and then you're coming up. Does that make sense? So let's say I write, I will create UGC. That's really, really simple. You should kind of do more than that. But let's say I just do that, very simple, and then someone writes UGC. I'll probably pop up because I put keywords. You know what I mean? That was a really bad example, actually. But you want to put more keywords, like I will create ad videos for your Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Something you want it to be specific so that when the buyer comes on and searches in the search bar, you're gonna come up for whatever you want to come up for. You can get really, really specific for this. Whatever you think is going to work for your gig to come up for the buyer, do it. After you create your title, it's then gonna say category. It'll have you pick a category, and then there's a subcategory. You'll click the drop-down menu, kind of see which ones go for you. For me, I put video and animation for the first one, and then once you click that, there's actually a UGC option. So I have video and animation, and then my subcategory is UGC videos. Then you have the service type. I have UGC ads for mine, and then it'll ask you for metadata. Just go in and fill in whatever pertains to you. Then the next one is search tags. It actually allows you to put in 5 search tags, and that is basically, again, what do you think a buyer would type in and your gig would come up? So keywords, phrases, things like that. All right, now all of that's done. The next step is going to be the pricing for your gig. This is the part that I think is really cool about Fiverr. You can do packages, or you can just have one standard thing you're offering under that gig. If you choose to do packages, Fiverr has it set up where you have your basic package, your standard package, and your, is it premium? premium package. Let's say your first package, you do not have to set it up like this. You can set it up however the hell you want. Your first package is one video for $200. Your second package is 3 videos for $500. Your third package is 8 videos. Like, you know what I mean? You kind of price it that way. Or it can be a 15-second video for this price, then a video that's 60 seconds for this price. Whatever you want to do, there's no right and wrong. It's literally, imagine it being your store and you're selling what you want. Whatever you want to sell, that's how you can package it for people that are buying it. You'll name your package, you'll put the price, you'll just put a little description, nothing crazy. You could just write 1 30-second video in the description. Doesn't have to be a whole paragraph. So then it has a couple other things you can fill in, like script writing, running time, things like that. But also, the cool part for creators, if you're not a creator, maybe you won't care, all those extras, you can check it off and then put a price. So let's say you have in your standard 1 video for 15 seconds, right? And then it has an option, you could click additional time. So if they want to add an extra 15 seconds, maybe you'll charge $25 or $50 for the extra 15 seconds. You could put that as an add-on. Script writing, you can click that and put a price next to it and put it as an add-on. Normally, if a client's messaging you through email or whatever, those options obviously aren't there, and you kind of have to explain yourself, like, you want this, but it's going to be an additional this if you want script writing or whatever it is. So it's really cool that Fiverr has it set up where you don't even have to do any explaining or additional questions or anything. If they want extra runtime, extra script writing, extra usage rights, it's all there with the price. That makes your life easier, it makes their life easier, and honestly, that's more money in your pocket. Also, I'm gonna assume if you're watching this video setting up your account, it's a brand new account, you're brand new to Fiverr, so your goal is obviously going to be to get some buyers, get your ratings up, get your account up. I would say there's a couple ways that you could kind of get yourself moving on there. The way I personally did it was I knocked my prices down a little bit. Nothing crazy, don't knock your prices down too much, but just a little bit to get buyers to bite and get your account moving so you could get your reviews up, and then your account will come up more and then you'll get more work. Don't put your prices so low to the point where it's just like unreasonable. The way you should do it is, let's say $200 you normally charge per video. Maybe when you go on Fiverr, whatever you're willing to do, maybe you're gonna, you know what, 175, 150. And then you get 2 buyers, they give you good reviews, you're done, and then you put your price back to your normal pricing, what you would like to charge for that. Or even if you want to offer discounts for multiple videos or things like that, depending on what the skill is that you're selling. But you don't want to go so low on pricing and just totally discredit your work. And also keep in mind, Fiverr, any platforms normally take a percentage. I think Fiverr's is 20%. Honestly, I feel like Fiverr's is more. They take a chunk from whatever you're getting paid. So don't put yourself too low, because then you're really not getting paid. That's the downside, but at the same time, you kind of got to think, they're giving you a platform, they're giving you buyers. You have to like weigh the pros and cons of it. So maybe just a little bit lower, take a few little lower paying gigs, and then you can put your prices back. Just get to working, get your account built up, and then you can set it to how you want to set it. That's personally how I did it. I'm sure there's other ways you can kind of get your account moving, but that's kind of like a simple way to just get yourself started. It's not happening overnight. It might not even happen the next day. It might not even happen for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. People have said that it took them a month to get their first gig. It's not an overnight thing. I know so many people want it to be. I know you want instant. You're gonna make your account, you're gonna put your gig, and the next day someone's gonna buy it. I mean, I freaking hope so. I hope it happens for you, because that's good luck. But don't get discouraged if it doesn't, because there's a 95% chance that it probably won't. You need to give it time. You need to have your account in the platform. Camera died. What else is new? So you don't have to get yourself discouraged. Just give it time. Let it happen. It's probably not going to happen overnight. Okay, the next step they're going to have you do for your gig is the description. Pretty straightforward. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just a simple description of what it is. Now the next section, they have an FAQ section that you can fill out. Did anyone ask you these questions? We don't know. We don't care. Just make them up and fill it out. Basically, any type of question you can think of in your head that the buyer might want to ask you about your gig, you can put that there yourself and then put the answer. Again, saving you time so they don't have to ask you a question. Now they also have a thing that you can fill out called requirements. And again, this is also great for creators creating videos, but if there's other skills, you'll probably know what to write for your skill. It's optional, but you might have a few standard questions that you like to ask your client about the video that you're going to create for them. So then the client will answer those straight away. You don't have to do anything, and those will get sent to you, and that'll answer the questions that you normally would ask. The next step is the gig gallery, which is where you will showcase for your gig. This is the part that kind of is a little stinky. I just don't like the way they have it set up, but you work with what you got. You're only allowed to upload one video, and then 3 photos. So one video, that kind of stinks. You can either create an introduction video as a creator, introduce yourself, or you can just pick a video from your portfolio that's your favorite and place it there, and that's gonna be the video that they watch and see what you create. That's like the showcase. Or you can just choose one video from your portfolio that you really like and put it there. And then you can put up to 3 images. You can create thumbnail images on Canva, or you can just put, I don't know, pictures that you took for UGC, whatever you want. Again, it's up to you. I personally created a little thumbnail on Canva and put that as my first picture. Here's an awesome tip that I'm going to give to you, and it took me a second to figure it out. You're gonna put the video and then photos. The photos, even though it says primary on there, they're not gonna be the thumbnail for your gig. And that's annoying. The thumbnail for your gig is gonna be the video. But what you can do is, let's say you create the thumbnail on Canva that you wanna use. The video that you're going to post, in the last 1 to 2 seconds of that video, add your thumbnail in the end of the video so that you can go into the video and choose the thumbnail from the video, but it's really the static thumbnail you created. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. I just think it looks nicer in the video that I uploaded. I didn't have one static portion of that video that I wanted to be a thumbnail. So, like I said, I created my own thumbnail, put it in with my pictures, but I also put it at the end of the video so that I could make it the thumbnail of my whole gig. You can also add up to 2 PDFs in this section. I don't know what you would put there. I don't have anything for mine. Yeah, I don't know. If you have a PDF you want to put there, that's cool. I don't I don't have one. I don't know what to put there. So I have nothing there. But if you have something you want to put there, go for it. After all of that, you're gonna hit save and you're gonna hit preview, and then it's going to show you a preview of the gig you just made from a buyer's perspective, what the buyer would see if they clicked on your gig to purchase. And that is really it. Once you do that, the gig is active and ready to go, and you're up and you're done. Woo! Awesome. And that is it, I think. I think I covered everything. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I used Fiverr. I set my Fiverr account up over a year ago, so I don't remember much. I know they do a lot of updates and things like that. So if you do have any questions and I have answers for you, like I skipped over something, comment, I'll answer if I have the answer. I really wanted to get back into Fiverr, so I actually revamped my whole entire Fiverr account like 2 weeks ago. I think I did that. And yeah, I want to get it going again. Once I revamped it, I actually got 2 orders, which was cool. That's awesome. I'll take it. Yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope I covered everything. I hope this was helpful. And if you're new to creating your Fiverr account, I'm sending you so much luck. Don't give up. You got this. Have an amazing day, and I will see you next week.